FM. Joao Phillips, Joao Phillips and Conor Gallagher deal is almost done. He's going to be traveling. Felix is going to be traveling to England today for his medicals for him to move to Chelsea. That deal is almost 40 something million pounds. That he is going to be staying at Chelsea till 2030. That is a 6 years contract plus additional one. And Conor will be moving to Spain. He's already done his medical with Atletico Madrid. He's just waiting for all the Felix matter to end. Now the deal is almost done. After that, Chelsea will now focus on getting probably Osimhen before the transfer window opens. Good morning, guys. Good morning, and welcome to Vote Sports. My name is Godwin, and I am here with the guys in the studio to talk about all this. And Tottenham Hotspur played their match yesterday. They drew that game. We're going to be talking about all that on the show. Good morning, John. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Good morning, fans.
Good morning, also.
Good morning, fans. And this is a wonderful weekend. And yesterday game was kind of what we saw in 2015-2016 season when Leicester City came up from relegation to surprise the world and take the Premier League title.
Okay. Let's start with that because the Premier League game happened. The last game of Game 1 happened yesterday. It's Leicester City versus Spurs. That game ended 1-1. Spurs scored the first goal, but Leicester equalized. The man of the moment, Vardy, scored the equalizer to draw that game. But if you look at that game, John, both of us, we sat down and watched that game. And I don't know if Spurs are they are going to actually be doing well in this league because I don't know why they are afraid to attack Leicester. Leicester actually fought back and actually got that point. But I think it's a deserved point for Leicester. But generally, if you look at that game, do you think that Spurs, Tottenham they can challenge for this league this season?
It's going to be a tough ask to ask Tottenham to challenge for the league this season. The best they can hope to achieve is achieve a top 4 finish, qualify for Champions League next season, and then have another window to look at their squad and improve. If you look at that match and if you saw that game like we did, you're going to understand that Tottenham had all the possession in the world but could barely get something for it apart from the single goal they had. They had more chances, took more shots on target than Leicester City, but they were not as clinical as Jamie Vardy yet again, back from relegation into the Premier League scoring goals for fun. So, even with this £65 million striker signing and all of that, the guy wasn't, he wasn't looking at somebody who has found his feet at Tottenham. Slack will be given, but for how long?
This is game.
For how long, man?
Instant results. No be Joshua.
For how long, man?
That is not Joshua Zexki, so cut him some slack. He's just joining the Tottenham side.
If you're spending £65 million on the striker, you are expecting to perform. He played 90 minutes.
And Jackson was spent 80 million or so for Jackson, and yet the result for last season, what is it? So I think we have to cut some players some slack. This guy did wonderful with the Modico Bournemouth, and now he's in a new side, the Tottenham Hotspur side that wants to learn how they play. And just mind you, he joined the team about last week, not up to 2 weeks ago. And you say, well, I'm going to fault the coach now because earlier in his press conference, he said something that amused me, and the man went on to say, I'll quote him now, I usually win things in my second season. I usually win things, and this is the second season, and with that performance on that game yesterday, I'm not sure he's doing anything with this Tottenham Hotspur side. He needs to, it's what we need for him to do right now is a total overhaul of players. All thanks to Pedro Porro, who came to the rescue yesterday. I think Tottenham Hotspur should have been run riots by Leicester City.
But that's the thing, though. They should have been run riot, but the problem is that Tottenham Hotspur had possession.
Yeah.
They created more chances.
Truthfully,
they took more shots on target.
And you forget that Leicester
at the
City,
bottom line, they didn't have somebody up front who could convert for them, which is the perennial problem they've had since Harry Kane has left. And they've spent close to 100 million.
Not really. They've spent that money in midfield and some other key places.
Yes, now.
But just one player
the
in
man up front is 65 million pounds for
it's
crying
just
out
last
loud.
week. Calm down. From game week 5, you start seeing his effect. Calm down. I'm just saying. But for him to say he usually wins things, he should look for better clubs like Chelsea so that he can win things. It's not Tottenham.
Winning things can be Carabao Cup now. Stop putting
if even has
FA Cup
there is more chances of him winning the FA Cup than winning the Carabao Cup.
Why would you say that?
There's more chances of him winning the FA Cup than winning. Carabao Cup, once you is the semi-finals though, and you know the big teams always enter the fray from January. So he will start now, start playing with the smaller teams. And what if he loses against Wrexham next week, pack bus and score one goal, and he doesn't have enough players to create him chances?
I think he is saying that because he coached Celtic at some point, and Celtic is one of the two biggest clubs in Scotland. So he was winning titles there. But if he's confident, I like coaches that are confident on their own ability.
So long
If
as you can back it up.
Yeah, if you think that he can actually win something in second season. So let's look at our sports. But they created more chances, truthfully. They had more possession, almost 17% of possession, but they couldn't convert all their chances. And somehow, Ndidi and his boys, and they played full 90 minutes in that game. And,
Always,
and he played very well. He marshaled that midfield very well. And they got that point. When Vardy scored that equalizing goal with that lovely header, and they got that goal. Okay, let's stay with that on that game, because Leicester City has already agreed to sign a midfielder from Spurs, Oliver Skip. You know,
Yeah.
they from Spurs, so they have agreed to move. He's moving. He's concluded that deal for £20 million. So he's going to be moving from Spurs to Leicester. So good luck to him. Okay, now the big one. Let's move away from the score line for England and move to transfer windows, because Chelsea is in the news again. Okay, before I move to Chelsea, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. Go there, drop your comments. We're reading your comments live here in the studio. And at some point, we're going to open the phone lines for you to call us too, to give us your own contribution. But okay, we have some comments about this the sports game. And Nick is saying only 2 draws in the match week 1. There's only 2 draws, which is fun. That's why we love Premiership. We see goals and goals and goals. Okay, Tipi Mane is saying this Tottenham team last night was outplayed, especially in the second half. It was a wonder to behold. They played well. And when I was looking at it, sometimes if he was probably younger, I would have said maybe Arsenal should move for him and
bench Partey, man.
No, you cannot bench Partey.
No, and bench Partey, man. Seriously, he's got all the effect that Partey doesn't. And I'll tell you this, he's one of the smartest defensive midfielders I've seen in years. The only person I've placed ahead of him in Africa right now, I've not seen.
Well, you guys, your own contribution.
In Africa, I've not seen
any. Say that he is one of the best midfielders. Why is he at Leicester?
Come on. At some point, he was wanted by Manchester United. At some point, he was haunted by Chelsea and all of that.
We are all Nigerians.
There was a player in that game again. There was a player in that game again.
Calm down, because we are Nigeria. We can support our own, but let's not just be biased on this one. But if you look at Partey, what Partey does in the Arsenal team, come on, man. Okay, but let's leave about that, because did us proud and they did Leicester City proud. They defended that lead. They defended that goal after they equalized, and they got a point. Okay, let's move over to transfers. Chelsea has now agreed to sign Joao Felix from Atletico Madrid. Now, when the deal is done, Conor Gallagher will be moving to the opposite direction. Now, guys, the deal is almost done. Felix is moving to England as we speak. He's going to arrive today for his medicals, and maybe tomorrow, Conor is moving to Atletico. If you look at that deal generally now, I keep asking, if Chelsea buys Joao Felix, do they need another striker in that team, John?
Of course, 1,000 times yes.
Then who is going to be playing? You have Nkunku, you have Neto, you have Jackson, you have Modric, you have Madueke, you have all these players, you have Sterling. Who is going to be playing? Then you want to put Osimhen in this same team, then who is going to be playing?
Let's just call it what it is right now, okay? There's a difference between a forward and a 9. Right now, Chelsea have no 9s in that squad.
They have forwards.
And these forwards, they do not hold a single position down. They can play anywhere. So you have forwards who can bring you maybe 5-7 goals in a season. You can have them like 10. No problem with having them like 10, so long as you can manage the budget and the wage bill. But you have to have a striker. So even Joao Felix joining the rank, is joining the rank as a forward with the utility of playing as a 10, basically. So it's not a solution.
Playing as a right winger.
It's confusing too for the players as well as for the manager. But at the end of the day, every person up there is a forward. None of them is a 9. Even Nico Jackson with over 50 chances wasted is a forward. It's not a 9. So Chelsea at the end of the day are going to. There are rumors in the papers today that they are going to hold off to the last minutes of the transfer window to see if they can get a deal for Osimhen or Ivan Toney. Let's see how it's going to be, but they need to have a striker joining them.
No, so if you look at that particular deal, probably Joe Felix is coming now, but Napoli is now negotiating with Chelsea for Lukaku. Remember, Osimhen's deal and Lukaku's deal are two separate deals. Yeah. The way they are doing with Joao Felix and Connor, Connor, they are two different deals. If they are going to allow Lukaku to go, which obviously Lukaku have to go.
Yeah.
Now, would they be buying Osimhen? Now, apart from buying Osimhen, don't you think that Maresca has a big problem or a big challenge managing all these players at the same time?
Your job as a coach is to bring the team to a unit, make them a unit, and I think he has a problem because he doesn't have any problem because many of these players are not big name players. Many of them are not star or world class players. These players are bang average players who just came into the side for a huge fee.
Wow.
You understand? No, they just who in that team? Even the wonder boy Enzo Fernandez, who in that team is a world class player? None of them. They're just bang average players that was overpaid for.
Wow. That's cold, man.
See, I even say for Man United and any other team that has a below average players.
I think
they're all
right.
They're all average players with an overpaid fee for. Because if the board has reasoned before going for these players, they would have at least not paid more than £40 million for Nico Jackson.
No doubt.
They wouldn't have paid more than £10 million for Modric. They wouldn't have paid more than £20 million for maybe an Nkunku or any of these players.
Wow.
But now in this recent days, you buy these players for more than £50 million. You give them an 8-year contract, and you want to sell them off for about £150 million. The coach that gets the job needs to make them work, and that's where the problem for him is. Can he make this team work? Can they be so humble and timid to learn? Because it's up to them to learn. If the team is willing to learn, then fine, they can go far. If they're not, then he has a problem.
You can't keep. The problem is about even bringing them together. He can try and do that, but the issue is that you have to leave out some players. Look at what happened on the weekend. Sterling wasn't even in match day squad.
Yeah.
John, if you are looking at it, then he came out after the game. He was talking about Modric. He was saying that I love Modric. He's a fantastic player, but I have to make a decision. That means Modric didn't play. Madueke didn't play. We are bringing a Joao Felix into this squad. You see all these, in quotes, big stars. They are not even getting 1 minute of game time. Do you think that they are going to be happy and just relax and say, okay, I'm playing for Chelsea, I don't need to play? And do you understand?
Nobody will be happy, and you shouldn't expect them to be happy too. You know, we are just hearing this morning that as at Friday night, Enzo Maresca has sent a message to the board that Sterling will not feature in a match day for Chelsea, and no communication was sent to Sterling. And the match day went as it did, and an hour before the game, Sterling came out to make that statement. Now, it's one thing for me when you take a decision and you relay your decision to the board, but then I find fault where you freeze players out of your plan, because we are seeing similitude to what Erik ten Hag did at Manchester United in his first season with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Sancho too. So it's not really, and the players who are not getting match time, who are not playing, they are not going to be in the right frame of mind for you to rely on them when there is injuries and you need to go back begging to call them into the side. They are not going to play for you. And if at some point you are under pressure from the fans and the board, and Todd Boehly has a sit down with these players, like it was in the beginning with Mourinho, like it was later in the end with Lampard, it's going to be so for Maresca in the nearest future, because this is Chelsea. At the end of the day, if results don't go the way they are looking at it, there will be a mutiny on the Chelsea team, and somebody's head is going to roll for it. So Enzo Maresca has found himself in a dance of the dragons right now at Chelsea, and he needs to be 5 steps ahead of every person by plotting his moves carefully. You don't come out to the media and hype somebody's name and say you have to make a decision. It's just like Erik ten Hag was doing at Manchester United, coming up in the media, talking about Ronaldo, coming out in the media, putting them down. You understand me? You are using them to rise your star, whereby these guys are your players. You shouldn't need to prove anything in the media. Do your job, get your results, get your plaudits. But no, the mind games, the calling of players name, he's in my plan, but there's a decision. Papa, make your decision, make everybody breathe now.
If you look at it, sometimes if a president or a club owner or the board makes a decision about a player, normally they don't go to the media to say, for example, top body will not go to media and say we don't want Sterling Liggins. They have to tell the coach, Oga, you go tell media say.
Now coach, they get press conference. Now coach, they send now.
Most time, I don't think that it's Maresca's problem or problem to announce this thing. But can make a decision and tell Maresca. Maresca go and tell the press. But let's see what happened with Chelsea, because Chelsea they are in a big. I won't call it a big problem, but Maresca has a challenge he needs to deal with. How can he keep all these players happy at the same time? We are going to be seeing that. Okay, guys, for you to join the conversation with us, you can call the number 0706 048 5853. When you call us, please turn down the volume of your radio set. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Name and location, please.
Hello.
Okay, the number to call is 0706 048 5853. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody, studio.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
I can transfer.
Okay, IK. What is your contribution, IK?
Maresca, you have a challenge. You have a challenge.
Big one.
But I know that he will do well.
Okay.
Everybody will not play the match at the same time. Sterling shouldn't make that comment, because not only him will stay on the bench.
Okay.
Let's see how the next match will be. But the person they are going to sign, Felix, is a good sign. But they must sign Osimhen. As John talked, I saw it be. They need 9, complete 9, not be that forward. I've seen forward. Look at the last match. How it result? We have somebody like Osimhen. I bet me Mastiff for not win the match. That is for be a draw. They will sign Osimhen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, John, just pick one. Do you think that Chelsea needs to sign Osimhen? Yes or no?
Definitely, they need a striker, not a forward.
John, what do you think? Yes or no?
Yes.
They need to sign. So, Chelsea fans and Chelsea, please go and sign a striker for your club. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, gentlemen and gentlemen in the studio.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Yes, my name is Sonia Vitalis Igbochester Stafford Bridge, aka Owendache Run Down.
Okay, what is your contribution?
My contribution, the AGA go players.
Okay.
He has the money. We need to buy players. We need to buy Osimhen. Joao Felix is coming. Mm-hmm. This man, the only that I need the Ewo Putonia or the Konya Konya. I will bring this out and put this one in the field. You already can this one pass this one. Are you with me?
Yes.
Just I can go to play when they come to in a team. He put it saying, no. I need the competition there. See Man City, see they have scored. And we put this guy, we call Kanjo. So we need players. We need talented player who can mount pressure in the club. At least bench, on you have to meet up. You have to train very, very well to make sure you enter the next game.
Okay.
Yes, we need to buy Osimhen. After maybe they conclude Joao Felix day now.
Yeah.
He will come.
Yes.
If you are selling won't go, no wahala. If the market want to go, no problem. Now, for the coach decision. Okay. So you know who to retain, you know who to offload.
Okay.
If you have 50 players, that's no problem. The man have to trim these players, know who to retain, know who to ask to go away. Okay. But what I know is that Chelsea need number 9. As simple as that. If you have Antonio, if you now see me, every 10 minutes, you will.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. If you call us, tell us if Chelsea needs to sign that striker. They have already almost completed the deal for Joao Felix, and now they are they going to be getting Osimhen? My guys in the studio agree that Chelsea needs a number 9. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, guys in the studio.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Chukwudi from Enugu.
Okay, what's your contribution, Chukwudi?
My contribution is that I have to say that God bless my fellow Chelsea fan, Onya Vitalis, for that statement just made just now.
Okay.
You said about the team. Chelsea players need the competition. Like Joao Felix now, he come to Chelsea is a good one. It's a fantastic one. A fantastic one. After the signing of Joao Felix, the Chelsea will go for either Victor Osimhen or Anthony. That's be a really fantastic one. Because I suppose to call that in that day you guys talk about the Chelsea's match on Monday.
Yes.
On Monday.
Yesterday, yes.
Yeah, and it is that the worst that we pay me in that match is that the ref was very biased.
Oh.
After he defended play that our player rough, tried to give me a injury. The ref couldn't blow for penalty. 3 penalties that can make to give us the 3 points against Man City. To tell you wicked the ref is.
Okay.
That wicked the ref is. But there's no problem. Let us start the next. This match will be for Chelsea.
Okay.
Whether Chelsea will retain back the form for the next 4 to 6 games.
Okay.
And for Joao Felix transfer window is a fantastic one. Let Chelsea be in. Maybe we have 2 creative midfielders in Chelsea.
Okay.
I hear all of that. And also for Enzo Maresca, let's say the card that because after this in Mashikovac scored the goal, that owner left the field.
Yes.
left the VIP for standing because he knows that we will not have a striker. Now that you are sitting, let him go and get a Victor Smith for us. We will see how far Chelsea will go this season.
All right.
Thank
you very much. Okay, you have to understand there are new rules in the Premier League now. They cannot give handballs that is very close to the defender. The handball has to be actually deliberate now. And not every contact this season is going to be a penalty. The contact has to be a good contact for you. You cannot just touch a player and they fall to the 18-yard box and they will give.
That is where the intelligence of Ramos' cynical tactical foul
hello, good
comes
morning.
in.
Hello guys, in the studio. Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Joseph for Theatre of Dream.
Okay, Joseph. What is your contribution, Joseph?
Except for Old Trafford.
I don't have for Chelsea every day. Chelsea.
And then
What if it is score line for Atletico Madrid?
2-2. We're going to go on that. Go there later. 2-2.
Okay. I'm hearing some report this morning that Mayu don't want to sign Manuel Ugarte again. So I don't know what is happening.
Well,
Are they still interested?
They are still interested, but now the plan has changed. The Man U is looking for loan deal and with an obligation for him to buy him next season. So that's the deal now.
Did PSG agree for that?
They are still talking about it. So by the end of the day, we'll know if PSG will agree on that deal.
If just the only player we need from Man U now, we are good to go. Only that guy.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Maybe we should leave Chelsea matter bed. I'm a type person.
No good there anything about it. And then they use all the
Wait, I want to ask a question.
Yes.
I'm seeing Chelsea at number 17 in the table now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Why are they in number 17? What is the difference between Chelsea and Ipswich? Ipswich is number 18. Why can't they put Chelsea in number 18 so that they'll be shining red?
Alphabetical order.
Alphabetical order. Based
They
on
consider
points
2
of
goals.
They consider
2 goals and they are in alphabetical order.
Okay. Okay. Let's take this call before we continue. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, guys in the studio.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Name and location, please.
From Ogolafo.
Okay. What's your contribution?
I heard that Chelsea have agreed personal terms. Joao Felix have agreed personal terms.
Yes.
Chelsea.
He's
Yeah.
coming. Yes.
So he's now a Chelsea player.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, I won't call him a Chelsea player now, but almost.
And I heard they are going for Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney, or they have to make after Joao Felix, they have to make a decision either Ivan Toney or Osimhen. They have to buy probably one of them.
All these players that they are signed, who have they sold?
I don't know.
Gallagher will be leaving for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, Gallagher will going to leave, but maybe Sterling might leave too.
Then Sterling might be leaving to Saudi.
Might.
It's better for them. Let them sell some players, not packing all the players in one team like that. After now, they will be going and losing.
Okay.
But although that loss they lost against Man City is not their fault. It was the referee that played that match.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move back to Chelsea. Chelsea after Felix deal, probably they are going to be talking to Osimhen or Ivan Toney, because Ivan Toney didn't play last weekend. He was left at the coach saying that he has transfer over his head, that some clubs are trying to buy him from Saudi. Chelsea is now looking at him, so he's not in the right frame of mind to play, so he didn't play at the weekend. So let's see how that develops for Chelsea. And Osimhen did not play too at the weekend, and Napoli lost that game 3-0. Maybe after this week, because we have only 9 days for the transfer window to open, so every club have 9 days to conclude their own deal. Okay, before we move away from Chelsea, let's take this final call. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning. Okay. Number to call is 0706 048 5853. Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Paul, calling from Enugu.
Okay, Paul, what's your contribution, Paul?
My contribution is very long, understand.
Please,
whenever I open
please.
this program, we always talk about Chelsea consecutively. We talk about Chelsea.
Chelsea is
Let
a
me
deal.
tell you people that the problem with Chelsea is not the players, it's not the coach, but the owner.
Okay.
Are you getting?
Yes.
Yeah.
The owner is the problem behind Chelsea. Whatever they are doing in their football club is the owner. Because if you see Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, and Man City, before they can be able to build a team, once they sign their players, they give them they struggle for like 2 seasons within that coach before they can stand up to meet up and compete for each other. Understand? Compete in the team. But Chelsea never gives chance to coaches so that the player can know themselves better with that coach. Understand? Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes,
yes,
loud and
continue.
clear.
Problem Chelsea is having is not their team. It's not their coach, but the owner. If the owner can be able to give the coach and the team like 2-3 years, to be honest with you, Chelsea has the best football ever in EPL. They play nice, but the only thing, they need to know themselves. I can remember my loving Arsenal when Arteta was signed 2019. Arteta struggled for complete 2 and 3 seasons
3 years.
before he can be able to make impact.
Yes.
Likewise, Guardiola. Likewise, Klopp. Are you getting?
Yeah,
Likewise,
yes.
Man U. I like what Man U did to Erik ten Hag. They give Erik ten Hag another chance in order to know what Erik ten Hag can do more. When Ferguson came to Man U, he struggled for 3 good seasons. He struggled for 3 good seasons before he can build Man U. So if
Chelsea.
if somebody can give their coaches the free hand to beat Chelsea, I see Chelsea as a great team.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. Okay, let's move away from Chelsea. Chelsea. Let's move away from Chelsea. Let's move to Manchester United. Manchester United, and they are now working on the deal to sign Ugarte, and now the deal is now loan deal for 1 year with an obligation to buy. Do you think it's a good deal, guys? If it comes from loan, because I think Man U, with this their new owner, they don't want to be spending too much, so they want to probably bring him on loan, but next year, and probably play PSG next season when the money is available. So
Then there's something what's it called? Sir Jim said. He said he's going to build a Man United side that even when Ferguson left, there was a gap. So the business side of the game was handled by the sports side of the game was handled by business people that didn't know how to handle these sports events. So I think that's the bridge they are trying to cover now, and spending lots of money on mid class players is not going to help build a team. Scotty has sent a message to Fulham that he's not leaving, so which means Ugarte might not be coming for a heavy price at £60 million. So I think this is a way of Man United looking for other options that would worth them maybe £20 million that could still perform on the pitch. It's not about spending big money on incomings. It's about making sure they work with the team.
Okay. Okay, John, let me move away from Ugarte, because we have been talking about Ugarte the same way we are talking about Felix for the past 3 weeks. Probably that the 9 days, probably Manchester United will find a way, because it's the same agent that is handling Felix deal is still handling Ugate's deal. So he is talking to Manchester United about and Chelsea about both players. But there is this player, so he likes to hype. He likes to hype this player all the time. Pelistri. He is moving. He's moving to Panathinaikos, away from Greece. But also like this player, he always hype this player. Even when they play in the Copa America, he keeps hyping this player. But now, I don't know if he wants to leave or Man U is trying to let him go.
They are
but,
trying to raise money.
No wahala. But what do you make of that? Do you think that Man U should leave? He's a youngster. He has potential, but they are trying to let him go.
For me, when we see news stories like this, we wonder if truly Manchester United are building for the future, or they are buying ready-made product for this season and for the near future. Because you come out here, like you were saying, now Manchester United are moving away from spending millions of pounds on mid player, Ugarte, a mid-level player. But that's fine. I forgive you for that one. And then you say they are looking forward to more sustainable paths to whatever you said. Bro, at the end of the day, if you ask me, Manchester United will be lucky to have Ugarte in that side. And then if you want to have a club that is built from the ground up with young talent, the likes of Pelistri shouldn't be leaving. The likes of other players that left this summer shouldn't have left, because those are players that you need to, that the so-called talent that you need to grow into the side.
I think they made a decision, either Ahmad or Pelistri. See, one of them has to go on
the right. There are countless situations and countless scenarios where those talents shouldn't be leaving the club, because there are games for them to play and they have time slots for them to play. Let's not forget.
What if he is the person that wants to go?
Yeah, if he's the one that wants to go for game time, it's going to be propelled off a discussion with Ten Hag and looking at the realities on ground. Every other player in his position would want to go, but it's Ten Hag now. At Manchester United right now, there are about 3 or 4 players that are going the exit door, which means a potential opportunity is coming up either towards the second half of this season or next season. So what's the movement for?
Okay, guys.
So that's where it's confusing for me.
It's not about where you play or your chances of playing in the first team. It's the position you play, and if there will be a slot there for you. There's an Anthony in that position. There's an Amatiaro. There's a Sancho who don't know his future yet at Man United. There are many other possible options in that position. You understand? And yet, this guy that plays from the left has been inducted to play from the right, Alejandro Garnacho. So it tells you that this player has gone on loan. We saw him last year play for Espanyol also, and we see him play for the Uruguayan side. And you say this player has been brought in from the Uruguayan side, but has not really met the standards at Man United. You understand? If he had met the standards at Man United, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who requested for him, would have infused him into the first team. But Ole did not. Ole sent him on loan. Now Ten Hag is taking that same route. So I think he's not yet ready for the first team football in Man United.
Move is actually a permanent day, but let's see how that develops. Remember, guys, we are live every day on YouTube, Monday to Saturday on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We have some comments here on our YouTube channel. Remember, we are live on YouTube now. Nick is saying, what a start. Mota, first game with Juventus 3-0. Dezebi for Marseille 5-1. Muzala for Brighton 3-0. Slot with Liverpool 2-0. Flick with Barca 2-1. And Baroni with Lazio 3-1. And Emmanuel Lokitipi is saying Chelsea has an oversized squad with players not needed. Why buy Neto when you have Sterling, Modric, and Madueke? Funny team. Bowe is saying new and young coaches around Europe are starting very well, which is true. And Emmanuel is saying Arteta is finally not buying a striker and a backup for Saka. This is a problem. Okay, guys, we are going to go on a quick short break. When we come back, we'll talk about Arsenal because they are looking to sign a backup goalkeeper if Ramsdale leaves. Stay with us.
Hello, Enugu. Have you heard? Volt 104.3 FM is granting small businesses in Enugu a chance to be heard and to be known. Let us help you advertise your business for as low as 2,500 naira per spot. And if you pay 50,000 naira for 20 spots, we will give you 10 spots for free. For more inquiries, visit Volt 104.3 FM at 64 Ozobolo Street by ESBS Junction, Enugu, or call our marketers on 0815-628-5384 or 0816-215-5195.
Volt 104.3 FM.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. Okay, let's go to Arsenal because Arsenal has agreed to sign a goalkeeper in case Ramsdale goes. Because everybody is worried because Ramsdale might not really want to stay at Arsenal. Stay as backup people at Arsenal for another season. He did that last season, but I don't think he's going to be doing that this season. So Arsenal has verbally agreed to sign a goalkeeper from Espanyol in Spain. His name is Joan Garcia. So do you think that Ramsdale should stay and fight for his team? Remember, Arsenal is already agreed a deal with Moreno to bring him in because the president yesterday was talking about him when they interviewed him. He was saying that they know the wishes of Mikel, that he wants to leave, but Arsenal needs to make the right price. So they are still waiting for that right price. We don't know what the right price is. So if you look at these two deals now, do you think that Ramsdale should be going? Or should he stay and fight with Raya for the first team football?
My position has always been that Ramsdale should be staying. Arsenal are stronger with him in the side. And you know how you're gingering for a move. We've seen that happen across Europe. You were seeing it now with Chelsea. Sterling has been gingering for a move for a couple of seasons from Man City. He's had it to Chelsea now. And he's on his way out of Chelsea. He could be going to Saudi Arabia, which means he will not be playing in Europe. So there's how you can be gingering for a move, asking for a move, looking to it because you feel unappreciated or somebody came in and took your spot rather than you staying and fighting for your spot. But at the end of the day, you make the choice, you live with the consequences. I think Ramsdale should be kind to himself and reassess the situation and stay at Arsenal and leave the Premier League than leave and go somewhere else. Like I'm hearing Wolves are looking at him, Wolves of all clubs in the Premier League. I think he should wait out a better club coming for him rather than making a rash decision right now. So for me, I think he should stay back and, play this season out as a backup to Raya and maybe look for a right
So
move.
what do you make of that?
There are many competitions to be played.
Personally, I think that he should go and play first team football. He thinks that he is that good.
There's a difference between you thinking you're that good and reality on ground, which is let's look at the stats, let's look at your performances elsewhere. At the end of the day, you could demarket yourself by going on this move. You could pick up an injury or a knock. Clubs that could have been looking for you come January or next summer will be looking elsewhere. So it's a fine dance.
Okay, no. So if you look at that deal, if somebody is seeing himself like a first team keeper, I remember the particular time when Courtois came to Chelsea, he went on loan to Atletico, he came back, and Peter Cech was there. So Peter Cech had to sit on the bench next season, and he just said that I can't sit on the bench before he moved to Arsenal. If a goalkeeper sees himself as a first team, that he can go another club and play. But do you think that he should stay?
If the coach does not want to play a fluid formation, what I mean by a fluid formation is there are many competitions to be played. I remember in West Ham United, first season or second season for Areola when he came in.
They were swapping.
This person was handling the Premier League fine. This person was handling the European competitions. This person was handling FA Cups. This person was handling Carabao Cups. That's how you split it. And if Arteta cannot do that,
Ramsdale should go.
Ramsdale should just find his way out because now he's trying to bring in another. I think he wants to turn Arsenal to a Spanish national team now. Normally, Premier League coaches when they do now, man, they don't turn their own to Dutch team. I understand. If he's going to bring another Spanish goalkeeper to the mix, Ramsdale should just find his way out.
No, it's not bringing him in yet. They just agree.
I'm just saying
if Ramsdale is going,
is an if a new goalkeeper is coming in, then Ramsdale, because he knows he will drop, the pecking order will be dropped for Ramsdale. I think
the matter is that if Ramsdale moves, that guy comes in.
If
So
Ramsdale stays,
it's consequent on Ramsdale's decision.
That's what I'm
after.
saying. Is an if now. If there's an outgoing, there will be an incoming. So
Yes.
until then, I think Ramsdale should stay and Ateta should try and fix a way that the two players can play.
Yeah.
If you want Raya to play for you full time, I think you should be playing the Champions League because that's where your hopes should be. That's where you've not won before. And Ramsdale should be playing the FA Cups and the Carabao Cups. It's a good mix for them.
Okay, let's see how that the Ramsdale. For me personally, I think that Ramsdale should go and play first team football. I think he is that good. But personally, if you go on social media, they keep having that debate. Who do you think, is better? Is Raya or Ramsdale? Some people will it's about 50-50 for Arsenal fans, but Ateta has made up his mind that Raya is going to be his number one goalkeeper. So let's see how that goes. Okay, let's move away from Arsenal because again, as I said before, the Real Sociedad president came out to talk about Mikel Merino, talking about that he is going to be moving. He's going to move in if Arsenal pays what they need them to pay. I don't know what the right price is, but if after Arsenal meets that target, he's going to be moving. Okay, let's move over to other English club because Brighton has completed a deal to sign Jorginho Ruta from Leeds for £40 million. English club pay money. They are buying players. Then Fulham has agreed a deal to sign Sander Borg for £20 million. That means McTominay deal.
It's cancelled. He said he's staying at Man United. Now this is the problem I have. Fulham has submitted how much to sign him now? About £20 million. Man United submitted a bid of about £30 million, and it was turned down.
It's not even 20 because it's 15 with 5
No,
add-ons.
it's 20 with 5 add-ons. So
okay.
Man United submitted 25 with 5 add-ons, and it was turned down that they wanted 40 million, and they were negotiating for a very long time. Now, and they also this is what happened. They also Fulham also wanted Scotty for about 25 million, and they sent Man United said no, 30 or 35 would be good. Now this is a deal that I don't understand. Man United is submitting a bid with normal money, not be overhyped or underpriced money. With normal price tag, you say no. Only for you to sell that player for a cheap. I don't know,
it's
for
Manchester
cheap.
United.
It's not about it's Manchester
it's
United.
Manchester United. There are no
Woodward,
two ways about it.
Woodward don't overpay.
See,
Woodward don't overpay for players in the times past. This is the Ineos team, and they're telling you that if you cannot pay for this player, that is it.
Okay, let's see how this deal pans out. Okay, let's move on to Manchester City because Manchester City is looking to bring back Gundogan. Baka made it clear to Gundogan yesterday that he should leave. I don't know if because of the disagreement with the board or disagreement with the new coach, or they are trying to reduce their wage. But Manchester City is looking now to bring back Gundogan to England. He has other offers from Saudi and all that, but Manchester Pep is actually considering bringing Gundogan back to England. Let me ask you, John, because you are here, Man City fan. What do you make of that? Do you think that Manchester City should be bringing back Gundogan because he's in his 30s now?
you see, I think they should be bringing back a skipper back. They should be bringing Gundogan back. But, you know, this also throws a negative light on Barcelona as well and a couple of other clubs in Europe. You come after a player, you chase after a player, you want to get the guy in. You agree to his terms, and at the end of the day...
Okay, let's take this call before we continue. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay.
You agree to his terms, and at the end of the day, one season after he's done, he's had a fantastic season, was a standout midfielder for them, and then you just come in now and you are bringing, antics into this conversation that shouldn't be. It also comes back full circle to what we are saying when we talk about players eyeing transfers, leaving clubs where they are. You need to make sure that you make the right decision. Otherwise, you could wind up between a rock and a hard place.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please, name and location, please.
I'm first caller. My name is Inedo.
Please, can you turn down the volume on your radio set?
All right, I'll leave there.
Okay. So what is your contribution? Sorry, what's the name and location again?
About Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea.
Just like what people said, Chelsea is the problem of their team because the owner doesn't give coaches time.
Okay.
That is their problem. So in Man City, I see that I need that Gundogan back to Man City. I'm not Man City fan, I'm Manchester United fan, but I'm happy with Gundogan because the pattern with this Portugal midfielder is the same. So they are good to work together again.
Okay.
I'm talking about Bernardo Silva. I
Yeah.
just like their combination.
You are a Manchester United fan and you love Gundogan to come back to City.
If you love good football,
No,
man,
see,
you
see,
love good
see.
football. Simple.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, for Gundogan's case, if you love good football, it's not about like if you love good football, the pairing of Gundogan, Kelvin, and Rodri is something else. It's a sight to see. Man, I see Gundogan as a player that didn't really get the respect he deserved at Man City. The way we didn't
At
see
City.
at
I
Man
disagree.
City, the
I
same way.
disagree
they made him
1,000
captain.
times.
No, not the
I
club
want,
making
like,
him captain.
Ukraine, what other respect are you
Not the
talking
club,
about?
not the club making him captain, but the fan base doesn't sing his praises enough.
I
You
disagree.
understand? Just the same thing we see with David Silva. These are legends that could have been molded as statues for the club, but they didn't sing their praises enough. The fan base is not
He
singing their
has a
praises enough.
statue at City for crying out
Gundogan is an
loud.
unsung, for me, he's an unsung hero. Same as David Silva. This guy can find pocket spaces that nobody in City can do now. Forgive me, the person they brought in to replace him, Kovacic, just had a one breakthrough against Chelsea where he drove through the midfield. And come on, that performance was a wow for me.
Also, yeah,
drove
that's
through-
something else.
Drove through the midfield of Chelsea, and after that, before then, what has he been putting in? The same guy, the same. Oh, again, I bring it to replace Gundogan. I don't sign just to find Gundogan's replacement. You guys have signed 4 players.
We've just signed one for crying out loud.
Who?
So please
Who?
don't
Kovacic.
come
The
in
Nunes,
here
the
and,
Nunes.
and
The
don't
Nunes
come
you
in
signed
here
is
and
for
come and
what?
start
Okay.
talking all this
They
stuff.
signed Nunes
Just-
and they signed Kovacic. That's 2 players, and there's some other academy players from the ranks as well that they are trying to
So
see. if they
every
could-
player Man City signs
is
to
not see
replace
for
Gundogan.
one position.
Are you
you've signed 2.
telling me that right now that every player Manchester City have signed the last 2 years
I'm
has
not-
been to
is it-
replace
has it been
Gundogan?
out for more than that?
Why are we saying them for crying out loud?
I'm just saying, Man City don't have that player that finds those pocket spaces and fills them.
I think what he's trying to do is that De Bruyne most times don't play a full season. He's going to be injured. He needs another player when De Bruyne is out. But let's see what Pep is going to do. He wants to bring Gundogan back to City. Like I don't know what's wrong with him in Barcelona, but he is probably going to go back. Have 9 days in this transfer window. Let's see what that happens. Okay, Nottingham Forest is sent a bid to buy Arsene Nketiah. Arsene Nketiah is one player that he's been on the news. Every team is trying to get him, but Arsenal is valued him for almost £30 million. No club wants to pay that kind of money, but Forest has sent that bid. Do you think that he should be going to Forest to play? No, so.
Arsenal wanted 35 million for this player. Forest has sent 40 million. If you're not going to give him first team football, because now that you're telling us you've seen a resurrected Jesus, if you're not going to give him first team football and you're not going to trust him to develop in the side, I think it's high time for him to leave Nottingham Forest and play good football.
For me, I think Arsenal are playing a game with these clubs, okay? You don't want to let a player go, but you're tapping up his value, and clubs keep chasing after that value till you get
Everybody
well
needs
above
money.
his value, and then you agree to sell. But for me, what harm would it do Arsenal to just let this man stay another season, have a good go at games, and then
Arsenal fans are saying that they need a better striker. Talking about Nketiah.
Chelsea fans.
You rejected £30 million for the man.
You
You
rejected
rejected
35.
35.
Now
So
you're about to
you can't
reject
have it
40.
both ways. You can't have it both ways, man.
Okay, let's see what happens with him. We have 9 days for him to decide if he's going to be staying at Arsenal or he is probably going to move to another club. Okay, let's move away from England. If you go to Italy, Napoli is about to sign. Apart from Lukaku, they are talking with
Billy Gilmore.
Gilmore to move from Brighton for him to move to Italy. I don't know if that's a good deal for him, but if you look at Napoli, the first game they didn't have that hold in the midfield. Probably that's why they are looking to sign him. Now, if you go to Bundesliga, Bayern has told Goretzka that he can leave. That was part of the surprise story that came out at the end of last week. Because how can you be letting that kind of player go? But I think they have made that decision to let him go. Bayern said that he can leave, that he's not part of company's squad for the next season because they bought in this guy from Fulham, Paulinho. So that he can leave now. Okay, guys, let's move over to other games that happened yesterday in Spanish La Liga. Villarreal played 2-2 with Atletico Madrid. That was a lovely game. How did you see that game, John?
Fantastic game, and it was also
Alvarez played.
Yeah, it was also great to see Selo getting on the score sheet. Yeah, fantastic.
And a player that said he wants to go and play first team football. Now bench he finished last.
Come on.
It's too early for you to have
Now
that.
bench.
It's too early for you to have that deal as Alvarez. Come on, that's low even for you for crying out loud.
Okay, I hit below the belt. I'm not gonna know verse, but
He's not going to start on the bench. Everybody
now
knows that he's
bench
not
in
going
the.
to start
So
on the bench.
he's playing second to another Norwegian, and you're telling me Norwegian that is scoring goals, and you're telling me he's not going to end up on the bench. That's a Norwegian there.
Come on, you don't buy a player
So
for
either
like
way,
5 million pounds
Yeah,
and
and put him on the bench.
It's not
So
possible.
let's
see
this
how
guy be warming that position for him.
Let's see how it goes now.
Okay, if you go to Italian Serie A, that game that happened yesterday, Lecce played. Okay, Atlanta won 4-0 against Lecce, and Juventus winning 3-0 against Como. Let's talk about that game a little bit because Fabregas is in Como and Thiago Motta is in Juventus. How did you see that game? Do you think that, we talked about when Como was signing all the players,
All the about to retire players.
All the about to retire players. We are talking about if they can keep hold. But the first test was Juventus and they didn't pass that test, John.
I don't think anybody would have expected them to pass that test against La Vecchia Signora of Italian football. Come on, man, that's too big.
Speak in English.
Yeah,
please.
the old lady of Italian football.
Thank you.
Too big a mountain for anybody to climb, So it was expected, and they shouldn't let their head drop as a result of that match. They should keep pressing on and win their next game.
Can
12 years between the two of them. I saw their game. The last game they played was 12 years ago. The difference between these two coaches, Motta and Fabregas. And I saw the image again yesterday, and that image came to my head, and I'm like, wow, these coaches have been fantastic for football for generations now. So I think it's going to be a tough one for Como, but I think they'll get through it.
Do you think that Juventus can challenge for the Serie A this season? It's Motta.
But it's easy. It's not easy to call because this Inter Milan side is still as scary as it gets. But the people I'm looking at with one corner of my eye, Gasparini's team, Atlanta, after the Europa League win, I think they are aiming for the Serie A this season. And let's see if they could go on to win it.
Okay, let's see how they are going to be playing Juventus. They are going to be challenging for the title in this Serie A. Inter drew their first game, but Inter is still the biggest team now in Italy. Okay, guys, this is how we're going to end the show. Remember, the transfer window is 9 days. It's going to end at August 31st. So all the club, Chelsea, the Arsenal, they need to conclude that deal in 9 days. Okay, my name is Godwin. I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully, we have updates on all the transfer we talked about today, the people that are going to be going on permanent and people that are going to be leaving. I will be seeing you tomorrow. Have a lovely day.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Take a break and enjoy the show.
Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a great goal!
Entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State Governor has sent us to the electricity bill.
Gospel.
And let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Odinibo.
Daalụnụ ndị be anyị ekene m unu Igbo ndị ọma njem ọnụ unu a na-emekwa ọfụma.
Awesome programs exclusively on
Volt 104.3